Brought to you by In Theory BJJ, the smoothest name in concept-driven jiu-jitsu. Available at www.intheorybjj.com. We return with another episode of Villaincast, BJJ anti-heroes with your hosts, Chris the Villain Paynes and Naki El Jefe Arshed. Now settle in one and all, boys and girls, because we're back with Reap the Week.
We're back. Happy New Year. Although we're recording this just before New Year's, so it's very confusing right now. But Happy New Year, Nak.
Happy New Year, boy, and to everybody else.
Still, your nickname for me is cunt. Every now and then I'm just like, oh yeah, that's what he's calling me. I should be back now for the foreseeable. I'm not planning any long trips away, so we've got some consistency coming up with everything. How have you been? It's been a while since we've done this, at least 6 months. What's been happening in the last 6 months? I don't think we've done one since Georgia.
No, we haven't. You're right. We would probably recorded one or two, and they just didn't come out right, I think.
Yeah. It wasn't the same. But no, I don't know. I was sitting there recently. I was just like, I feel like I need to Villaincast again. I feel like it needs to come back. Reap the Week needs to return. And people are now commenting and saying, when's it coming back? And I'm like, now's the time. It's a big year for it.
Definitely.
So what's been happening? So, okay. Previously, in the law, you went to Pakistan. That's the last thing I think we talked about.
Yes,
you went to
maybe.
Pakistan. We went to Georgia. We ended up almost dying in a lunatic taxi in Batumi. Since then, you went to Pakistan. What's been happening since then? Since Pakistan?
Pakistan, then Finland, came back. I was looking to compete one time September, October time, but then I think it was like start of September, I did my knee in.
That was it,
tore my ligament, and I was out of training for a couple of weeks, but then started training back lightly, not using the leg much, and thankfully now I'm back to full-time training, and so hopefully we get to compete again soon.
Felt good earlier. Felt quick earlier. Felt. We rolled. We had a little Christmas roll earlier, and it felt good. I feel so fucking out of it right now.
Well, I was going to say to you, Paul, your timing, everything is off at the moment, and you didn't really felt heavy in that, but you didn't feel like as strong as you usually do. Yeah,
dude. Like that's one thing I kind of because I've literally been out for like 2 months now. I went to Tokyo, Philippines, Korea, US and Canada, all over Germany, and especially if I'm doing seminars. Usually after I've talked for like 2-3 hours, most people just want to go home. And so I mean I don't get to really roll on the road. I'll try to if I can, but most people are kind of like done at the end of it. And then if you go from hotel to hotel and like you don't even walk in because you're driving around, etc., you don't get any physical workout or anything like that. I literally live like a potato, like a fucking mushroom in the dark when I'm on the road. And so I'm come back now and I'm just like, I'm sluggish. The diet isn't great when you're traveling. You always try and just find food where you can. And I'm just like, I need to, no long trips, maybe the odd short trip here and there, but like long trips, I'm done. I just want to stay at home for 6 months, and just make life normal again for a bit and get training. Like I froze my gym membership. It should be kicking in again in like 10 days time.
Nice.
So be getting ready for a good summer. Especially if you're competing as well, you need me on full form to
I need you, Paul. Definitely.
So you fucked your knee. Now you're back to training. You feel sharp. How have you got there? Do you think? Like, what have you been doing to get yourself sharp again?
Sticking to the shit that we're doing at the moment, the element system. No, yes and no. A lot of wrestling, which unfortunately the way we roll, it involves a lot of energy expenditure, a lot of scrambles, a lot of fucking. I don't want to say I'm frustrated these days, but I'm very I only have fun when I go out to the clubs and train because, in fact, we were talking about this yesterday after training intensity, and Lee, we were in the back, and there was one of the lads from Intensity, me and Lee, and he was like. Oh, so this other guy standing there, and Lee's talking to me, saying like, "Oh, I can finally get something. I can get some underhooks going. I can get into spaces." And then we started talking to this guy, and he was kind of on board with what we were saying, how we're training, and how everything's tight. And he was making a comment on that as well, like how it's so hard to get anything on those guys. It's a really battling, like a real big battle where they have to try and break them down and stuff. And we were just talking about that. How everything is so tight and we can't get anything going, and it has to come down to like breaking people down, like breaking their postures down, which if they're holding them right, it's not easy. So I'm doing a lot of that. Training wise, again, strength and conditioning normal in the gym. I've started including more like anaerobic and aerobic and all that shit. Like I never used to be into it too much before, but I'm started doing a couple of things on the air bike using them methods, which kind of work. And but nothing beats sparring. Like that is just that cardio and everything else, timing, sharpness. So a lot of rounds, a lot of broken down rounds, like how you're doing your classes now. Kind of sometimes I'm a bit selfish sometimes when I walk in. I'm thinking, it's just going to be sparring but with a purpose kind of thing, which I do anyway. When I spar, I always spar with a purpose, or I'm drilling things in live sparring. But now how you've mix the classes up, like how you're doing them currently with your new experiment of doing more sparring-esque training, but focused on having goals and ideas and people doing certain things and giving reactions, but in a live kind of environment. I much prefer that at the moment.
Yeah. Well, that brings us on maybe to our first topic. What's the fucking point in classes? Because I haven't drilled in 16 years. Maybe when I have to at a Globetrotters camp years gone by, or if I've gone to another gym to try and be polite. But in general, I haven't learned anything from drilling. I haven't done drilling in 16 years. And even when it comes to just the shoehorned eco-style drills that inhabit the class space, I've done those either. I know obviously it's taken me 17 years to get to where I'm at, but it's could it have been done quicker? Who knows? But I've not done too badly. And I'm just what's the point? What's the fucking point in classes? What is the act? No one learns anything ever. So I had that was epiphany that one night. It's going, fuck it. There's no point. Let's just sack off classes entirely.
But do you think obviously it's another tool of training, in it? You can't always do the same format of class, just how we're doing it at the moment. Would you say I'm right if I say depending on what skill and what's going on in the room, we'd have to have classes where we break things down and show specific things? And because I think a lot of people, because of how you sometimes say things, and I think people misconstrue them, they think that he's just saying it from a point of view. Yeah, this is this. Don't do anything else, and they think no. Chris has now lost it again, and he's saying, okay, don't do anything else, and I'll do this. But all we're doing is just. All we're doing is finding different, more specific ways and targeting the training more specifically and different ways of getting better quicker, rather than just saying, we're not doing anything what we used to do before. We're just going to do, what's the point of the classes? Let's give it a title, what's the point of classes?
I think the logic comes down to is that, trying to find the methodology to do it cleaner, but kind of getting people aware of the 7 elements. And then it's that idea of person A, as in, we can isolate out different parts of elements. But even then, I think it has to be kind of blended together as you would sparring. So having the kind of like sparring like scenarios, not scenarios, but like sparring. But when you get to a certain scenario, that person wins. And I'm not sure how you could do it with a whole room full of beginners. Like I definitely have to like do some sort of class based stuff then.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, this is where people often get confused with when you say certain things about certain topics, and they're like, "What's he talking about?" And then I'm like, "You guys, he doesn't mean it. He's not being blunt about it."
yeah. But it's kind of like we've got that new guy down, and he's doing automatic. Like he's already showing promise, and he's on his second session. Like he was keeping really good balance. He was like finding underhooks and stuff. And he's like, we didn't have to tell him any of that. Like he's just kind of onboarded really quickly. But I guess because he's around people that are kind of onboarding him with the idea, and it's keeping it very simple for him. Actually, I had a new session with a guy recently, about a week ago. And it was first session, private. And so we're like, right, onboarding time. And one thing I said to him that I kind of realized that I was like, this makes more fucking sense, is I explained it like a puzzle, like an actual, just a jigsaw puzzle. And I said that instead of giving you random pieces, like you don't have you haven't got a box, like you don't know roughly what this fucking puzzle's supposed to look like. And so how are you going to make progress? Because you have no idea what the fuck this puzzle's supposed to look like. And so I said to him, the most logical thing we can do, instead of just giving you random pieces, is to give you, like, if you take all the sides and corners, you could at least make the shape of the puzzle, and that's it. And I think the idea of doing just stand up, keep your balance and posture, and just keep us on the ground, nothing else. And if you hit the ground, get back up again. That just creates the outline of the puzzle. Like you can kind of start attaching bits inwards from that shape. Like you don't really even have to know much about what the puzzle looks like. It's just, at least you know it's rough shape of it. Just don't fall over. And it's kind of like, it was a realization after saying that to him of like, that's how we're kind of building the when it comes to sparring like things. It's like almost onboarding people with that, kind of then slowly kind of introducing this idea of elements. And then it allows them to essentially be building in from the outside, from the edges. Like they're adding the pieces in, like from those edges. Like, right, okay, I know I need to hold him down. Oh, if I hold the bottom leg and free my bottom leg, that's another piece just on the edge. Oh, okay, I can build in a bit more. But like the best place of kind of learning that would be through targeted sparring kind of thing, as in the idea of having a person A. Because I think one of the biggest barriers then is when you chuck people into game sparring or whatever, is if they suck, they're going to lose and they're not going to learn shit. Like you have to almost like build yourself on the bodies of other people sometimes. And it's trying to get rid of that aspect. It's like, that goes back to the whole kind of team mentality, and it's stuff that we do already, but it's, like you say, maybe it's not something that other people get in the room, as in you don't, I think it's easier when you're a black belt because you're not trying to prove anything. Like, we wouldn't give a shit. But it's kind of getting everyone into that mindset of like, even if you're like a 1 month white belt, onboarding the 1 week white belt with the same thing, like, right, okay, I just need, if you're on top, I just need to keep on picking my bottom leg. And that's it. And you're going to win that exchange kind of thing. And they just kind of open up the freedom of destruction after the first hour. But yeah, it's kind of like, I think building building from the edges with the jigsaw pieces until they've got a really thick kind of like outline of a puzzle. Then after that, you can kind of just add shit easily. But it's just making sure everyone's got that, because as you've kind of felt, we aren't there. Like holding someone down or getting up, we still suck at it.
Yeah.
And I think that side of the puzzle is where a lot of our advantage comes from as well. Like speaking to my new friend over in America, he even said like, the fight is won and lost with what you understand on passing and sweeping and heisting. I'm like, yeah, fucking is. And yeah, even like, these new people who are like 2 or 3 days in, like, how much they're kind of just heisting and stuff like that. And they're, we can fix their postures and shit. It's like, you're already useful. You're already useful for the team, and we haven't even had to run a class to kind of onboard you with it. It's kind of, here's this. What are you going to make out of it? But yeah, I do get how then some people might look at it and think, yeah, he's off his meds again. But it's because it's like there's nothing else to fucking learn. Like, there's so much depth to what we're currently doing. Like, don't get distracted. Like, it's literally going to be what separates you out from everyone else. Like Lisa said, like, you can't fucking get anything. I know, because that section's so rich with information now, where it usually isn't. But I do get that. That's why I keep saying, like, I need feedback to then direct how we're going to go.
Yeah.
It's definitely fucking harder, though. Fucking hell.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't get easier, man.
No, it never gets easier. I mean, it's interesting, actually. Like, I did a seminar about Running Man and kind of reintroducing, or showing where Running Man came from, showing where it led to, and showing how it would make sense and how also it would break. And I realized that I started using Running Man a little bit to fuck with people with the stiff arm. Like, if they can't, if I'm on bottom and I can Running Man, take a stiff arm. And, like, it's even easier for me to, like, even if they're sitting on my legs, if they haven't mermaided my legs, I can still kind of escape.
Yeah, that's why I mermaided Amelia.
Pardon?
That's why I mermaided Amelia. I was like,
I know.
I
know.
got
As
the
soon as you got on
chance
top,
now,
you
I
were
need
like,
to wrap his legs.
as soon as you started doing it, I was like, really? Is this where we're going to go with this? Yeah, I did realize that as you did it. I've just realised that I've got this big fucking what's name on my eye here. I'm looking at it thinking, oh, that's a bass.
The best thing is he even said to him before, like, I'm just playing here, but me and you, we're going to fight. We're going to go hard.
Yeah, he says, me and that, we're just going to move, we're just going to explore stuff, but I want you fresh because you all fight you. And then look, I've got a fucking welt on my eye where he's fucking driven his gi through my fucking head. Like, that's the thing, is like, there's me and you, and it's like, we're kind of face of fighting fit in a way. And then we got this silent partner that we both know who's in the background, and we're both like, fuck's sake. Like, he's the one we have to keep, in the fucking Hannibal Lecter straight jacket. Wheeled in on a trolley. Oh yeah, don't worry about that black belt. He's a surprise for any visitors.
He's nice. He's nice. Go say hello.
Yeah, I thought there was only 2 black belts here. Go play with the third one. He's grab him by the fingers and squeeze. See how well that goes for you. Yeah, you kind of have to wheel him in, out of the car park. He's on one of those like dollies with a fucking mask on, just like. We love him dearly, but although saying that, we now have a 4th black belt.
Yes,
we do. Luke Johnson.
Yeah, the Underground Grappling Club.
How's he feeling?
He's good. He hasn't shut up about it.
Oh.
No, but in a funny way, like, So I think, we rolled the week after you guys black belt, so I was like, okay, now I'm going to bring you down a bit more. So I wrapped it a little bit. We had some fun.
Well, that's the thing. As soon as you get it, it's like, did the birds start singing louder? Is the sun brighter? No.
Yeah, nothing's changed. Just colour result.
Just as disappointing as ever. That's the thing. I spoke to a bass earlier. I was like, because I know you already know, but I said, "Oh, it's you get your first tab like 2 weeks, 3 weeks time." He went, "It's only been 2 years." It's like, it fucking ain't. It's been 3. He was like, "No, it's been 2 years." So I had to bring up the photo of him. I was like, no, 3 years, Abbas. Oh my God, that's gone so fast. And I'm like, you've probably learned more in the last 3 years than you did prior.
Fucking yeah.
And that's what I said to him. Like, yeah, you. Well, he said, like, you. It's always like almost like a fight for survival and fight to prove yourself up until a black belt. And when you get black belt, now you can actually start learning jiu-jitsu. That you actually got the space to start learning it. That you don't feel like. I think that's one of the things that, again, it's kind of trying to replicate how we feel now for everyone else. Because I couldn't give a shit. Like, I remember those days of being at every belt thinking there's no way I'm going to let anyone below me fucking come for me. And I'm fucking hunting everyone above me, like being a young, angry man. But now I'm like, I couldn't care less. And it's so much more freeing. I get to enjoy and learn more. And it's just kind of like giving that to everyone else. Like, no, don't have, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't care if you're a blue belt and you want to go murder purple belts or something. And like, or if you're a smaller purple belt, like you're having to worry that big blue belts are going to try and like eat you. It's fine. Just learn jiu-jitsu, enjoy it, explore together, work as a team. You actually get better faster. Like, that's pretty much what it's been for me and you and Abbas. Like, we can just enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, the roll earlier wasn't a learning experience.
I think he just missed you because it's been a couple of weeks.
It has been. No, I meant me and you rolling. Fucking went for 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, but it was good, man. We just didn't stop. I think we were just setting everything up. Like, it was just off balance, boom, off balance, break posture, off balance, break posture. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
like,
what do you think of that passing I was doing? Like,
just
very
always
heavy
annoying.
over unders, went straight into the the really heavy over unders into the like Subway sandwich grip.
Yeah, that's why I was copying you. I was like, I like this.
Dude, I was hitting that mixed with like some staples. I was hitting that shit relentlessly.
Yeah, that's why when I did it, I was like, yes. I much prefer in the gi than no gi.
Yeah. People have asked for like videos on elements in the gi, and I'm like, don't.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much worse. Like, although when you tried to like choke me earlier, like you're laughing as you're doing it and like thinking, I've got a way for deal with him now. I'm like, please don't. We'll deal with it when we have. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I thought I can deal with this, but I don't want to be cocky thinking I'm going to deal with this and then end up asleep.
I thought you were going to come forward. I was like, oh no, he's realised the bait.
Yeah, bait. That's like dropping a burger on the end of a fucking hook into the like. You're not masking that this is bait, Naki. This isn't a little worm that's supposed to be there.
I need you to get you off my legs. So I was like, I have to attack his neck. I have to.
Dude, I know. Yeah. You were like threatening it. I was like, right, okay, cool, right. I guess prison rules it is. Welcome back, Chris. Yeah. But yeah, like I think we're gonna have to do something in the gi with it just to kind of demonstrate this is infinitely worse.
Fucking hell.
Although that's where the whole. Oh, carry on.
Sorry, yeah, agreed. Because like anything that me and Abbas could do to each other was not like simple. It involved a lapel. It involved some kind of lapel twist or weave around the legs or arms or in some way. Like I'm coming up with grips which I've never done before, but it's the only way I think I can control the legs and still keep them still. Like it just forces you to do like the postures because we're still playing them. It kills a lot of stuff, man, that you could easily just use, but now we have to come up with these extravagant ways of playing with the lapels to create different kind of controls over the hips and shoulders.
Yeah, exactly. I could feel that earlier. Like I was although like at one point I did realize because you're reaching a bit further forward to go for my lapel when I was on bottom, I was like, if I can just sweep him a little bit and put his hand out, I'm going to take his fucking shoulders. Because that's one thing I've realized is that, kind of this, adding to elements at all times is that I don't want to have my hands go forward past my chin. That just seems so fucking obvious now.
That's funny because that's all I've been doing in my privates with all the beginners. And I even said to myself before, I'm not going to put my hands past my chin. And I did. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, dude.
I got greedy.
Dude.
My discipline went.
This is how I've been fucking with people. It's like, especially even people who are good and disciplined and like that, like keeping their hands back. Because like, so I forget we're on a podcast sometimes. I'm supposed to be explaining stuff. Is we know that, like, if we're on the floor, we don't let our hands like come up above our heads. Like, I'm not framing up here because it's kind of my arms are really weak in that situation. Yeah, if I'm in guard, I'm gonna end up doing that naturally all the time, and then you start getting stuck in shoulder cranks and arm bars and triangles and all these kind of terrible things that happen to your shoulders. So if I'm doing like this low postured pressure passing, I want to keep my hands. I want to explain it to someone earlier. Is like, imagine like you've got your chin on a table, and your hands are underneath the table, and you can't get your hands through the table to like get past your face, like they're trapped, like so you just get stuck on the table. And like Big Daz, for example, when he does that to me, I'm like, I can't fucking do anything. I can't take his arms, their back, his shoulders are too strong. I'm not gonna be able to fucking take it. But if I can make him reach, if I can just unbalance him for a second, then I can either make him put his hand down, or I go to get up. And if he suddenly reacts and chases me down, his arms come flying forwards. And I think that's what I did to you earlier. I think there was one point like I kind of like went to heist away, and as I went to heist away, you chased forwards. So I was like, I almost like laughed a little bit and made your arm come forwards. And I was like, that's what I'm using right now. Is I'm using the threat of the get up to make them open up their shoulders to then crank them, or if I then make them attached to me, I then just hold on to their wrists because I know they can't unattach from me to move anywhere without me getting out anyway and heisting. So I'm like, the threat of this get-up has made my life really easy. But I think there has to be a video on that. I'm trying to think. What else has been happening in the world of jiu-jitsu? What have you missed in the last 6 months? What news has there been?
In the world of jiu-jitsu, I don't really follow it too much, but like, obviously, did we ever talk about CJI? How it was a massive... Well, it wasn't as good as the year before. Yeah,
it wasn't as good as the year before. Nice try fight thing or something new.
Yeah, and they fucked a lot of things up as well, and there were some decisions, those taps, which went taps, and there was all sorts going on. And then I think in the final, some people felt one team was robbed. I can't remember the full details now, but that was like a big thing. What else?
Well, do you think that's why they've now moved ADCC to Poland?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was pondering it the other day, thinking that obviously it's been run out of America for a good few years now. And now you've got CGI in America. It's kind of like, well, ADCC all of a sudden wants to go back on the road again and go to like Europe. Did that kind of force their hand and make them think, right, we're going to leave Vegas, not try and compete with CGI because he's probably going to do the fucking same thing again. And then we'll go to Poland because we're definitely going to sell out. Like, I didn't realize the tickets for that were like a couple of £100.
It probably makes sense for ADCC to do that because look at the European jiu-jitsu market right now, like, and especially Poland. Like, Poland is a hotbed for jiu-jitsu athletes at the moment. There's so many coming through. Like, obviously, that you had Szynski before. Now you got that Paweł Jaworski. You got a lot of these big stars coming out of there, and not just Poland, but in other countries as well, and even England now. You're gonna have so many rising stars coming through, and it's like ADCC's probably thought, okay, why should we just fucking compete here if we call it it's the World Combat thing or whatever? Why don't we go to Europe where we're going to be able to get most of the East Europe? So what if some Americans don't come? Do you know what I mean? Like, from a business point of view, it makes sense.
The market's massive. You think, because I know quite a few people from Germany and stuff like that who are all going. Like, we've all talked about it. You think there's so much jiu-jitsu and so many people doing it in this area. Like, holy shit! Like, no wonder they could charge a silly amount for tickets. Like, I remember, I actually found, my old fucking email confirmation for me buying tickets back in 2011, and it was like £45 for the weekend or £75 for the VIP ticket. That's nothing. And that was like, that was the year where it was like Rafa Mendes, Marcelo, Braulio versus Jacare, like, it was Year of Legends. And it was like, what, 45 for a ticket? Ain't that right now? Like, you're in the nosebleeds with £200 tickets at this rate. Whatever the hell it is. Yeah. So CGI happened. What else?
Have we ever talked about Derek Moneyberg?
We haven't ever spoken about Moneyberg.
That was a funny one.
I've not seen anything of him actually doing anything.
I know. I did. When it came out, I tried to search. I gave it 5 minutes of my life. And then I thought, you know what? This is a farce. Fuck him.
Dude, yeah. To be fair, I'm just like, I can see the trolling that's happening now of like Gordon and stuff. And I'm just like, I couldn't care less. Like,
No.
if anything, it goes into what I've said on this podcast before, is that sport at the end of the day is a thing for people who can afford it.
Yeah.
Actually, we had a new guy call earlier, just for us, before we started this, actually, asking about coming to classes. And I said, talked about him. So, he was like, how much? I was like, morning open mat's like £3. He was like, do I have to pay monthly? And I'm like, no, why? You can. Like, you can pay at the beginning of the month and that'll be your month sorted. But, if the next month it doesn't work out for you, then just go back to pay as you go. He went, you going to let me pay as you go? Yeah. And he couldn't get his head around it. He was like, I've not been anywhere that's done this before. I'm like, well, it's because I've come from a Muay Thai and a boxing background and wrestling. That's always the way it was. You wouldn't pay a monthly subscription for a wrestling gym or a boxing gym. You just chuck your couple of quid in, get your fucking wraps on and go hit something. I don't know if it's changed in the last 15 years. Yeah, it just seems strange to me. That's what combat sports always was like. Like, you just, you went, you took your couple of quid in the tin, and you went and have a bit of a scrap. And it's this idea of like, jiu-jitsu's gone definitely down this route of, you have to have the club uniform, you have to pay monthly, you have to, like, do the annual seminar to be within of getting a promotion or this, that, and the other. There's always extras fucking added on. And it's only left for those who can afford it. And you think, I know some people have got to make money out of it. I know we have professional-ish coaches. But do we have to rob everyone blind? Can't we just be a combat sport for once? And that's one of the reasons why I won't actually, like, I know a lot of people sing loudly about competition prowess, but it's one of the reasons why I won't do it, is that kind of realization of competition again is a fun pastime if you can afford it. When you got some of these competitions now, the most basic competitions being like 50, 60 quid. They weren't fucking 50, 60 quid when I was starting out. But if you've got like a comp at 50, 60 quid, 70, 80 quid or even, and you're a young family. It's not the greatest economy right now. 80 quid's a decent day out for your kid, and you're gonna go blow it on a 5-minute competition and a cheap medal. Like, sometimes something's got to give. You might be able to pull one or two off, but the idea that then, like, your worth in the gym is tied to how many competitions you do. Yet some fuckers can't afford to do it that much. Literally, they'd love to, but you then make them feel guilty for not having the wealth behind it. It's a hobby. It's a sport. Like, it's why rock music sucks these days. Because I assume with the Tories, a lot of the arts stuff kind of got removed out of schools in exchange for, like, do the mandatory stuff, English, maths, and science. And so you don't have, like, a lot of kids from, like, rougher backgrounds and stuff like that, more kind of life experiences. They're making music because they just, they're not given those opportunities at school. A lot of the biggest bands and stuff you see these days are all kids who went to, like, private school, because in private schools you have got space to have more endeavors, etc., like the smaller class sizes, etc., etc. It's like, yeah, that's why you see a lot of like, very good athletes come from those backgrounds as well, because you're actually given space to learn those things. Same here, like, and that's, I think it's a problem in jiu-jitsu especially. Like, boxing's always had that kind of mentality of like, pay you a couple of quid, come and hit a bag. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, you can pay a couple of quid. But jiu-jitsu is like, no, can you not afford the monthly? Oh, peasant. Yeah, that's jiu-jitsu for everyone, apparently.
Apparently, yeah, that's the phrase.
Yeah.
That's the tagline.
What's your year looking like then? So you're looking at competing MMA or jiu-jitsu as well?
Both. No, both. Obviously, jiu-jitsu is my base in it, so I want to get some MMA in. I've been doing a lot of MMA now recently, so I just want to go out there and have a scrap.
Yeah. I'll be there. I'll be in your corner. Don't you worry about that. What about Finland? What's happening in Finland?
Finland have opened their new gym, I think last week. He sent me a little video.
Yeah, he sent me the video, yeah.
Yeah. And up to now, everything's going well. So we'll see.
Cool.
I think he'll probably have one of us over soon. I don't know. He didn't give me a date or anything, but he said he wanted to settle in a bit first, and then we'll see.
Yeah. Amsterdam,
I want to go. I really want to go. Probably go, if I do go, probably early part of the year, like April, May. Probably the first full pass camp. I'll see.
Pakistan?
I haven't planned anything. Pakistan, maybe, if I get time. I'd love to, but again, it's time and life and everything.
Georgia?
Oh, again, same thing. It all depends on what I'm doing. Like, I haven't got anything concrete penciled in yet.
All these things I'm listing off for you, like... Oh, is yours frozen?
Yeah, it did. On my back.
I hope not. We've done so well so far. Hello.
On my back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these things are just lifted off. Like, and that's one thing I love earlier, because I was talking to Abbas, and like I was on about like trying to like I'll sort out his Google Maps listing and stuff like that. It was like, why are you helping me? I was like, well, he goes, what do you want out of it? I'm like, nothing. I want to see you succeed. He was like, why? Like, what do you get out of me succeeding? I was like, you're my friend. Why wouldn't I want to see you succeed? Like, if I can help, I'm going to help. And that's the same thing here. Like, you've just been down to London. You did that one in Horsham. You've been out to Finland and all. You've done your stuff in Pakistan. You come out to Georgia and you go out to Amsterdam and stuff. And I'm just like, none of that. I've not taken anything from you doing that. Like, that is, I've not, it's been a case of like, oh, you have to pay me some sort of finder's fee or commission or something like that. It's like, you're my friend. Like, I want to see you succeed. I want to see you go around the world and like make a name for yourself. For no other reason.
Yeah, but the thing is, in the world we live in nowadays, it's like, it could be two things. One, people could be thinking, oh, this person is doing it for me for whatever reason, or they want something out of it. Do you know what I mean? Or, it's like, oh, this person's helping me for wanting something back in return kind of thing. So It's just the world we live in where people can't trust people, you know what I mean? And when somebody does come and try and help you and stuff, it's like, it makes you just think and, question, you know what I mean? Like, why is this person helping me? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's kind of sad.
I understand the human side of it. Yeah, it's sad, completely sad, man. It didn't used to be like that, but, we live in the age we live in.
Yeah. It's just like, not even for like a karmic reason, like the idea that, oh, the universe will pay me back if I do a good thing. Like, it's just, no, like, if especially in a jiu-jitsu community, if the community is done right, like, you're supposed to be friends first, a society and a group first, and then the jiu-jitsu comes second. It's always been that way. And so that's why it's always the way in the gym. Like, if anyone needs a hand of anything, it's never like questioned. It's like, yeah, of course I'm going to help you. If I can fucking help you, I'm going to help you. Like,
humans in it, human nature naturally should be this. We should grow together and help each other, but it's just all twisted up at the moment.
And that's, it bugs me. And that's one thing I'm always trying to get over in like different like class methods and stuff like that, is like trying to extinguish that kind of interpersonal issues in the gym, because that's the main barrier to people progressing. And most things is like, no, it's a social club first. Always.
But the funny thing is, we take the piss out of everything and everyone, and it's like everybody just has a laugh and a joke and moves on.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like and that, especially with the idea that there's a hierarchy. I think that's again one of the issues I have with the hierarchy is like, oh yeah, you don't listen to him. He is a white belt. Like he does not know his words. He is but a peasant. No, he's just got less experience. Like,
yeah.
I mean, shit. He's one of our friends. Fuck off. Yeah. Or like, here's an uppity white belt. He is talking to us now. Like,
yeah.
It's absolute madness. I'm so glad we got Villaincast back. I'll now its first episode's out of the way, can release a couple of videos for it, and then let's put some questions out. People can ask us where we've been, what we're up to, what's coming next. What's coming next is hopefully Elements is going to come out on Fanatics.
Have you got a date? Have you got a date for it?
Imminently.
Good.
Yeah.
We should do our Reddit section as well. We should do our Reddit section as well.
Reddit section?
When, like where you used to find a question from Reddit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've had a few, been looking at a few recently, and there's some madness on there. Dude, it's going to be so much fun with the new Euros. Like, the most mad shit is about to come out, so let's get ready for that. Yeah, new Euros, that's going to be hilarious. Yeah, we'll put out the story and let's get some questions back, enough people. Yeah, we're back, baby. Back. What day should we release this kind of thing on?
Whatever.
I said Tuesday morning, maybe. Or Thursday.
Maybe.
Thursday, why not? Thursday sounds nice. We'll release it Thursday this week. Cool. New Year. New Year's Day. Perfect.
There you go.
Cool. All right, dude. It's been a pleasure as always.
Always.
We're back, baby.
Oh, yes.
Good night, Nick.
Good night.